सहनावतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Good evening. How are you all doing? Keeping fine? Great. Please see page number 1818. The second quote in the page. Bring light to the poor and bring more light to the rich, for they require it more than the poor. Bring light to the ignorant and more light to the educated, for the vanities of the education of our time are tremendous. Bring light to the poor and bring more light to the rich, for they require it more than the poor. Why? Bring light to the rich. What kind of light we need to bring to the rich? Now we think that actually if you gain money, all our problems will be solved. All your problems won't be solved if you acquire money or wealth. Money is important, money is needed. Some wants will be satisfied, but it doesn't give you fulfillment, true satisfaction in life. But a false sense of accomplishment comes. False sense of accomplishment comes, and we don't want to grow further. You have become accomplished now, but that is a false sense of accomplishment. You acquired money, you acquired wealth, but it doesn't really give you fulfillment or peace or the joy that you're seeking or expecting from it. It gives you some comfort, some limited joy, but it's not the ultimate thing. Similarly, Swami is saying, bring light to the ignorant and more light to the educated. Why is he saying? He says, the vanities of education of our time are tremendous. So you see, what we really learn from schools and colleges is not real knowledge. It is only something about livelihood, right? To get a job, it's something about livelihood only. It's not about life. It's only basically ignorance. Yeah. See, if you get exposed to the teachings of a person like Vivekananda or Buddha or Shankara, those who have understood life in its entirety, then you can say, I have had education. I know something. But that kind of education is not available in the present day. We are not given that kind of education. What we learn from schools and colleges, we get certificates like I'm a PG holder, I'm a PhD holder. It gives a kind of vanity, pride. I'm an educated man, but really you don't know anything. You don't know anything. It doesn't bring you humility. It creates vanity. I'm an educated man. What happens when vanity comes? You're a closer mind. You become a closer mind. You won't seek anything further. And so it's difficult to teach an educated man, so-called educated man. You are not educated in the true sense of the term. It's easy to impart knowledge to an illiterate man, uneducated individual, because he has open mind. He has open mind. For you, actually, you have to first unlearn and then relearn. So the unlearning is very difficult because whatever the education you have had. Okay? You acquired it with great effort. You don't want to unlearn. But you have this vanity pride. I'm a knowledgeable person. I'm an educated man. I have certificates. That's the reason Swami is saying bring more light to the educated. Because the education that we get from our colleges, it doesn't make true human beings, a fully blossomed human beings, a completely grown human beings, completely grown human personalities. The nation is mourning the death of the legendary singer Lataji. You just see in her life how many accolades she received, how much of honor, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, Bharat Ratna, Dada Saheb Phalke Award, honor and honor. Awards rained on her. Okay, awards rained on her, but still how unassuming she was, how down to earth. Did you see any pride in her? 36 languages she sang in. You imagine, she sang in 36 languages, and to master the diction of each language, pronunciation is different. Telugu pronunciation is different, Sanskrit is different, Bengali is different, Marathi is different. So many languages. It's not just singing. Singing is not about voice. To sing well in a particular language, you must first master the diction of that particular language. And to become proficient in that, to master that, it's not a simple thing, not an easy thing. So she continuously learned whole life. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, as long as I live, so long do I learn. బ్రతికినంత కాలం నేర్చుకుంటూనే ఉంటాను. So education should make you humble. Vidya dadati vinayam. When you have this humility, you learn more. In fact, what we know is very little. What we need to know is so much. Yes or no? Yes or no? How much you can learn in this one life, you tell me? How many subjects are there? How many branches of knowledge is there? How much we can acquire in one life? Very little, right? So education should make you humble. When you have that humility, what I know is very little, what I need to know is so much, then you will really learn. And that process has to continue till your last breath. That process of learning must continue till your last breath. Then only you can acquire and gain real knowledge. So this humility is very important. We should not have vanity, but you need to have humility. That's why our rishis or sages said, a truly educated individual is he or she who is open-minded and who is humble. What I know is very little. What I need to know is so much. Then seeking arises. You will learn and learn and learn and you will grow. And particularly, as a generation, as I already told you, you are at an advantage. No other generation had this much of advantage as you have. That advantage is today you have internet. Anything you can learn. So please know, please bear this point in mind that this phase of life, this stage of life is not meant for entertainment. This stage in life is meant for acquisition of knowledge. Develop that passion for knowledge. There is time for entertainment. Afterwards, you'll get time for entertainment in life. But don't go for cheap entertainment, substandard entertainment, second rate entertainment. Have this idea in mind firmly that this phase and this stage in life is meant only for the acquisition of knowledge. Develop that passion for knowledge. Sky is the limit for you. You need to understand that much actually you can acquire. And also to survive in the job market in future, you need to have multiple skills. One skill is not sufficient. So don't waste time. Don't actually go in for too much of entertainment. Focus on acquisition of knowledge and skills. They will be useful to you in future. Okay? Thank you. Nice day.